Hey dudes, how you doing? It's Saints. I am back, baby. I had some personal stuff to deal with, so without further ado, let's go on with the news. So PlayStation 5 scalpers basically are just bitching about like how, oh my god, poor us, like people don't like us. So we're gonna get into that, and there's a good Forbes article that I'm gonna share with you guys. PlayStation 5 scalpers aren't happy with their public image. It's so sad. So there's this guy named Jordan that co-founded the lab, which is basically a group that, you know, advises paying users on how to scalp, also known as a cook group. He said the following: there seems to be a lot of bad press on this incredibly valuable industry, and I do not feel that it is justified. All we are acting as is a middleman for limited quantity items. You dumb Like, the middleman is GameStop, Best Buy, retailers, people who actually have deals with these companies. That right there, that's a middleman. You're just being a piece of shit. Like, it's as simple as that. Limited quantity, yeah, when you're taking 10 to 15% of all consoles available, yeah, it's obviously going to be a little bit more limited than it needs to be. Let's move on to what this idiot says. He claims to have secured 25 PlayStation 5 units in January and resold them for £700. The most expensive recommended retail price for the PS5 is $450. This, he feels, is no different to how any other business operates. Like, okay, the thing is that these people have actual businesses, like an actual business that helps a lot of people. I'm gonna get into that in a bit, but I understand making profit, okay? I understand, look, if it's selling at $450, it's rare. Being like super exaggerated, maybe go up to $6. $550 would be enough. You're still getting profit. You're still getting paid a lot. Like, you're still getting paid more than what that crap is worth. Let's go on to see what this idiot has to say. Essentially, every business resells their products. Tesco, for example, buys milk from farmers for £26 or so per liter and sells it on for upwards of £70 per liter. No one ever seems to complain to the extent as they are currently doing towards ourselves. Of course, you dipshit. Of course they're gonna complain. You know why? Because Tesco has thousands of employees, okay? They have actual, you know, deals with the retailers so that you can get your milk. The milk also goes through certain processes. The farmers don't do these processes. Farmers sell the milk, obviously, but then this milk goes through another series of processes that require money. Let's say you wanted milk with no cream in it. It goes through a factory. Let's say you wanted milk with no lactose in it. It goes through the factory. The thousands of employees that work at the factory, that work in administration, that work, okay, there's so much into a huge company like that actually selling it at 70, yes, obviously they're still getting a good profit, but it is not nearly as much as the amount of profit you are getting from people over. Okay, so here a web security and performance consultant called Edward Spencer starts talking about how things work. So 3D Secure is like an additional layer of security which verifies that the buyer is a legitimate card owner. Edward said the following about 3D Secure: I suspect that 3D Secure payments page is being bypassed by using a card that has not had 3D Secure enabled. Generally, all cards provided by EU banks must have 3D Secure enabled. If you called your bank and requested that 3D Secure was disabled for your card, they'd refuse. So I would guess that they are using cards associated with banks that are from outside of the EU and are probably prepaid. The shops could probably thwart these guys by banning all non-3D Secure transactions. So there's another person that talked about this, and his name is Alex, and he said that he attempted to build his own bot to buy a PS5, but his was a website scrapper that automated purchases, which, as Alex explained, isn't quick enough. There are bots that interact with servers, and there are bots that interact with the web browser. Mine interacted with the web browser, so it can only go as fast as a website will let you go. It works faster than a normal human, but there are other bots that, you know, people would be selling for thousands of dollars and that will beat my bot every time. He continued, so I know for Walmart, there was an open API for their stock. Some of these bots could add a PS5 to their shopping cart and then they could purchase it from there. So, okay, this guy just continues to explain how it kind of works. So he said, right now I can open Google Chrome and go to any online store, press F12, and I'll get the developer tools up. All I've got to do is go to the network tab and then maybe add a product into my cart and observe how my browser is talking to the server that hosts the website. There will typically be network calls to an API running on the server that reveals information in a computer and human readable way about products and stock levels. So this API isn't intended to be used by third-party developers, but a third-party developer could use it if they worked out how. It's reverse engineering the online store's API. This isn't exactly sophisticated. Sites can mitigate this with tried and tested anti-request forgery techniques, but unfortunately many sites just don't bother. There's a lot of things here. They talk about how there's very high demand, that they gave their fees to a food bank that were local, and they didn't want to give information about the food bank, so something tells me that's just bull. Oh my god. And anyway, what do you guys think? I think these scalpers are just trash, man. Honestly, they're not worth anyone's time, and they're just playing the victim because they want to justify the fact that they're literally being assholes and that they're trying to compare their spending to the spending of huge companies that pay a shitload in taxes and pay a lot in employee, you know, benefits and stuff like that. Like, come on, don't come and lie to me like that, man. I'm not that dumb. Just tell me if you guys think this is okay, if you think they have a point, if you think that they're just trying to look for excuses to, you know, defend themselves. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I upload videos every single week about tech or gaming. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at St. Wolven, as well as join the pack on Discord. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a good one. Toodles!